Alright, so this is Jeep Update 36, and 36 is going to begin a series of videos that are going to walk through what I'm considering to be kind of the final stages of the restoration of my Jeep. So today's September 1st. I hope everybody's enjoying their Labor Day weekend. Be safe out there, for sure. And September is pretty exciting because it's getting closer to the time where I'm going to take my Jeep apart, hopefully for the final time, and do the last things that I want to do to it. And I'm kind of going to do this in two phases. So phase one, and I guess the timeline on this is probably somewhere around mid to late October, is to tear the Jeep down. And by that I mean the front quarter panels, basically the front clip, the hood, the quarter panels, the windshield, and then I'm going to have to take my roll bar, my rock hard 4x4 sport cage that I added. I'm going to have to take that out and take the dash off, which also means I have to take the steering wheel off again. So that level of disassembly is going to allow me to do three things before I move on to the final phase of the restoration. So the first phase of this is going to be rewiring and new steering column, and then last but not least is a new brake booster, and more specifically a power brake booster. So I've seen some videos on installing the steering column, and I've seen some videos on installing the brake booster, and it's going to be 100 times easier if I can get that dash off and kind of do this all at once. None of this is going to be quick. The wiring is going to take probably all I have to do, because it's going to challenge me and push me to new levels. I'm kind of intimidated by the wiring, but I'm going to do that. Excuse me. And then I'm going to, while it's in that level of disassembly, I'm going to do the steering column and again the power brake booster. So this video today is about the wiring, and I took the plunge and ordered the Painless wiring complete kit, and I'll give you the part number and show you the box here in just a minute. But this thing has been $900 since I've been looking at it, which has been about 2 years. And I called Painless Wiring a couple of days ago to kind of walk through some questions that I had about the kit and how it's going to relate to the 350 swap that I want to do. And got all those questions answered, very helpful. And so I asked him, I'm like, so this is the $900, $899 kit? And he said, well, it's actually on sale for $809. So I did a quick Google search, and Summit had it for $809 marked down to, I think it was $728. So I've never seen this thing on sale. Didn't know wiring harnesses went on sale. So I went ahead and ordered it. I'm probably not going to install it, like I said, for another maybe month and a half, 2 months. But I got it here, and it's going to give me a chance to get familiar with it. So after I do the wiring, the steering column and the brakes, then I'm going to move into phase two, and phase two is pulling out the 258 straight 6, the transmission transfer case, and putting in a crate 350 Chevrolet motor, the AX15 transmission, and I'm going to use my current transfer case. I just got to get all the adapters to get everything to bolt up. So that's phase two. So kind of the overall plan is October, November, December is going to be wiring, brake booster, and steering column. It may not take me that long. I don't know. May finish that in a couple of weekends. But as soon as I finish that, then I'll shift gears and start pulling the motor out and swap the motor out to a 350 V8, which is kind of for me, the pinnacle of this project. Something I've wanted to do since I got it, and kind of the reason that I got it, but it just took a really long time to get there. So I've had the Jeep about 2.5 years, and I think I'm about, I don't know, maybe 6 months away from having this thing where I want it. So done a lot of work to it so far. If you haven't checked out my other Jeep videos, this is Jeep Update 36, so there's 35 other videos, plus an intro video that you can see the Jeep when it was completely, I guess not stock, it was completely the way I got it, and you can see the condition that it was in when I got it. Alright, so I know I've been kind of all over the place with this Jeep update, so let's focus on the wiring, and I want to show you guys the box that it came in, the actual part number, and then show you what's included in the kit, because it's a pretty comprehensive kit. Let's check it out. Alright, so here is the box that it comes in. There's the part number, and there's two different kits for the CJ. One is where you have to create your own terminals for every circuit that you have, and then this one that comes pre-wired with all of the factory terminals on it. And this is the one that I opted for. So let's take a look inside and see what's in the box. So probably of the utmost importance is this installation manual, and it says make sure you read it front to back before installing this harness. Makes sense, right? This thing is pretty comprehensive. I mean, it's got color pictures, very specific pictures, diagrams. Really takes you through the whole thing. And it is not short. It's not, I don't think they cut any corners here or skimped on anything. You got 147 pages on the owner's, I keep saying owner's manual, on the instruction manual. So that's pretty cool. That'll help. Looks like you got some labels pre-printed on some stickers. Advertisement sticker, that's always cool. And kind of a warning, kind of a reminder before you begin, read the owner's manual. Probably another advertisement for their power braid. Gives you an example of what that looks like. That's pretty cool stuff. And then there she is. So I've not actually taken this out of the box yet. So it looks like you got some pretty thick wire there. I don't know that it'll focus on that, but that is 6 gauge. So I'm guessing that this is the wire that probably goes to your battery or your starter. You got some zip ties, bag of electrical connections, more electrical connections, a loomed harness with a grommet. I'm guessing this goes to the back of the Jeep for the rear wiring, possibly. And then some shrink wrap, it looks like, over here. Alternator. Lots of wires there in that bundle. So this is your, hang on, so this is the ignition. Then you got, so these are your 2 main parts to the wiring harness. So you've got your new fuse box there, and then this one comes in from the other side. So this is in the engine compartment, comes in from the firewall, and then this is the one that mounts inside with your relays and your fuses in it. And you can see, I've not even taken this apart yet, but you can see that everything is labeled. Last but not least, they give you some dielectric grease. Trying to get that to focus, but anyways, dielectric grease. That is a pretty cool looking harness. And if you guys have been behind your dash yet on your Jeep, these are all the factory connections, and that's going to be really nice to not have to deal with that and make those pigtails and connections. So that's a clump of wires, and that is a clump of wires, and then you got all this stuff over here too. So quite a lot of parts to this, and honestly it looks pretty intimidating, but I'm going to study that instruction manual and really hope that that helps kind of walk me through this installation. So that's what's in the box. Alright, so that's the kit, and it's pretty comprehensive. It really comes with everything that you need, and I think the most important thing that it comes with is the 140 plus page colored instruction manual. And it clearly says, again, to make sure you read it from cover to cover. I've already been through it probably 1 time, and I'm kind of going through a 2nd time again to make sure that I understand everything before I actually get into ripping out all the old wiring. So I'm really looking forward to getting into the installation of this thing, and to stop kind of just talking about it and showing you guys parts. I want to actually install them and kind of walk through the installation and some of the troubles that I have, because I can almost guarantee there will be with that wiring kit. Next up on the list is a steering column, and I'm probably going to go ahead and order that this weekend because I've got some good sales this weekend, and again, like I thought wiring harnesses never went on sale. The steering columns that I've been looking at have been the same price for two plus years. And if you look at some of the 4x4 sites, specifically Morris 4x4, they've got a 10% off Labor Day sale, and that's a pretty good discount when you're talking about a steering column, and the steering columns just aren't cheap. I don't know how to get around, get around that price point. So a lot more cool stuff to come, and I'm really looking forward again to getting into the installation of this and shooting those videos, and hopefully helping other people out there who go through this same thing. And we'll see if the painless wiring kit is truly painless. So if you like this video, like the content of the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.